Hey guys, Stacy from the Bonneville shop here. Here's what's going on. This is the stock pipe to a 1970 whatever T140. Somehow in the middle of the 70s, Triumph got a great idea. They said, hey, instead of clamping the pipes on, we'll just stuff them into the head and it'll stay there. Now, a lot of times people think that their stock pipe is this pipe. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. What we need to concentrate on here is these things. These are called spigots. Sometimes people would buy these in the 70s and their pipe did not have spigots. Okay, the pipe was just shoved into the head. They wanted them to be more secure, and I don't blame them. It's not a very good way of bolting on a pipe. So what people would do, they would buy the spigot and thread it into the head. Then all of a sudden, this isn't their stock pipe anymore. This is. When you're ordering pipes, you need to look at your head and tell us what it is. You might not have spigots, you might have spigots. This doesn't really count much for the earlier stuff, but in the 70s, this got really weird. Had a guy who ordered this. It's the exhaust clamp to a 1970s T140. And yeah, it does fit onto a 1970 T140. Problem is, his head had spigots. So his pipe looks like this. His pipe does not fit this dress-up cover that was considered what? This was just for aesthetics. This didn't do anything other than maybe dissipate heat off of the header. Didn't do anything but that. So before you guys order any kind of exhaust parts, I want you to look at your head real close. Make sure that this is the kind of assembly we're looking at, or is this the assembly we're looking at? Our stock T140 pipe is merely 1¼ inch, 1 3/8 at the most. It's a very small pipe. With our spigot pipe, we end up with 1 inch and 5/8. So that's what size this is. With this clamp and this spigot, 1 inch and 5/8. For this, 1 and 3/8. Very small, much different. Now, not only do we have these spigots in this regular stock size like this, we also have them in 10 over, which is just a little bit larger in case this pipe being stabbed into your head, rattling around, mess these threads up. We have ones that are larger slightly, 10,000, so that you can thread it in after you repair the threads in your head that were torn up by this thing rattling around and giving you a hard time. Our numbers are basically 1 and 5/8 for this. 1 and 5/8 out here. It'll actually measure 1 and 3/4, but remember this compresses, it will clamp shut. And of course 1 and 5/8 here. Older stuff, the pre-unit stuff will be 1 and 3/4. We also have those in stock, but you don't have to worry about spigots there because they all had spigots back in the old days. It wasn't until the 70s that Triumph decided to do that. Now, not only is the question, do I have spigots or do I not have spigots? Do you want spigots? We sell these too. And you can thread these into your head with just a little bit of work. Some of them are press-in, where you'll have to heat the head up and freeze this part and press it together. But it'll be a lot better than this style right here. So depending on either style you have, before you order pipes, look at your heads and decide what you actually need from this combination of parts here. Thanks.